I'm from Saudi Arabia. I work as a psychotherapist, and I magically found, I guess the universe brought me to this college through a gift from a cousin of mine. We have a very special relationship, and she gifted me a session with Shelly, and who, is one of the tutors on the course now. And I worked with her over the summer, and then I went back to Saudi and continued to work with her online. And it was after an online session, after we'd closed the call, and I was lying there kind of in a meditative state, that out of nowhere my body started moving. And I was really, really scared initially because I didn't expect it. I thought I was possessed. My arms were stretching out, my leg, my hips, my neck at different times, something I'd never ever experienced before. But something within me trusted the process and knew that it had happened after a session. And I messaged Shelly afterwards, and I was like, what just happened to me? Thinking that it was some strange experience, or I don't know what it was. And she said, oh, that's fascial unwinding. And that was the beginning of another life. For years, I've been working with compassion and self-compassion and using it with my clients, but it's only this year that I really felt what it was and was able to hold that space for myself. It's worth it in every single way. I think it was tough on my family because I had to go back and forth on Saudi, and I'm from Saudi. And I'm very, very, very humbled and grateful to have a very supportive family that helped me do that, from my parents and my siblings, and especially my husband. And even my kids are patient. It really gives you a new language of love for everyone around you. And you go into a space of stillness, of non-being in a way, of acceptance and of love, and expanding the container. And then magically the relationships change, and the people around you change, and they're just almost reflecting. You realize how much it is a reflection of you, and if you don't do that work on yourself, those relationships can't change. So I feel I'm a better mother, better wife, better daughter. And it's not necessarily in something visible, but it's in my authentic presence in those relationships. And in accepting myself with all my shortcomings, and a real acceptance of it, and it being okay, I accept them as they are. So even that pressure that we put on our children to be a certain way, I can hold space for them differently. And I think that we should all be doing it, and it should be trained in schools when we're young. I mean, I do it for my kids every night. They ask for it. My family, sometimes the relationships that I struggled with, it's really, really magic. The tutors on the course are just angels themselves, or magicians, and they guide us. I think the course itself has a lot of work, but it's still structured and supported in a perfect way. I mean, I hope it's the future. They definitely need it. All my work with my psychotherapy clients now, I look at them and I'm like, I just want to put my hands and feel more and hold that space for them in a different way. And I think that human touch is missing in a lot of work. That safe, non-judgmental, accepting, where you change the relationship with the person. There is no licensing in Saudi. They haven't really heard of it. So, I'm hoping that that can change and that we can lobby for it and, find some kind of way to bring it forward into Saudi and the whole Middle East, actually. I've been working there. I've done about 60 sessions now in Saudi, and people have really benefited in the feedback, and more people I'm interested in encouraging them to come and train too. So I think it's the way forward for every single country. If any government should be putting funding into anything, it should be this. I think if everyone were doing it, the world would be a very different place. It's very humbling, and I leave feeling so blessed and so grateful for everything, and it's actually a new relationship with nature. I feel like trees talk to me now. But it's a real grounding, a real existence. It changes past life stuff I was carrying around for so long. Just that freedom and a big weight lifted off. And I'm really excited for life in a new way. So thank you, Thomas, and thank you to the whole team, and thank you to everyone who was in the course. And it's really, really exceptional. Thank you.